that speaks to you. And then we'll stop. And then I'm going to set a timer for 10 minutes and we'll go into like writing like a narrative or like a script outline based on based on your order. And then we'll move on to the next part.
Okay. So does everyone just want to read the JPEG or should I read it out loud?
Read it out loud.
Read it out loud.
Okay. A week ago, the earth began to pulse, play to its own rhythm, and human beings too began our pulse. Scores of lives of bodies found their rhythms destroying chairs, setting mortgages on fire, abandoning their children. Humanity began a collective march through paths where the magnet was strongest. Cities became clumps in the parade overnight. But in walking through the dust, us millions, when we walked over a weak patch and found our eyes, the bastards, turned skyward, we might chance upon a man, a woman, a thing in the window, still watching us, all alone.
I know. Yeah, it's interesting.
I know I'm doing this comparative thing, but I don't know if that's the direction that we're going in.
Should we write should we pick a new thing? Yeah. And write.
These are so cool.
Sort of.
Valley Village, baby.
Let's go.
The kind of points.
I'd be happy. You want us to go on that nail up there?
We can read it.
Wow. So quirked up.
As we know, repetition is very important in working through and talking through the process of analysis. So it's about what happens in the body and in the space between and around the words, as well as the words themselves.
Now, the third way is what one might call pure cinematics, the assembly of film, and how it can be changed to create a different idea.
Just about different modes of sharing. So we both share a lighter different modes of sharing.
Just being strangers, I think, is something that did really come through in the first meeting for me.
I mean, the thing that I'm the happiest with, actually, is that, like,
I wanted to do a pair-driven assignment because, we're a new collective, and I know some people know each other, but I thought it would be really great to just get people working together.
P.I.C has ran for 3 meetings now. We've done 3 projects with each other.
I think I'm excited. I would love for all of us to work together at the same time. I know that would be chaos, but I like chaos, so.
I don't know, I don't think it occurred to me that the object would become that precious that quickly as film objects.
Yeah.
Which is kind of amazing. So I think if we did another exercise, I'd try to make the time frame even shorter, because I think we already got too precious with our work.
Yeah.
And that was something that I was trying to avoid in creating this assignment.
It's also so interesting because Amelia and I were reflecting on the first meeting, and we were already we need to do some kind of work of a generative work that involves destruction.
Mm-hmm.
And that is essentially what this was, that even though you're adding things, you're actually working from a point where as you're adding things, you're
Mm-hmm.
taking away.
Yeah.
And both of those are happening concurrently.
I really like the idea of someone disrespecting my work. I make something and then someone just completely literally makes it into a GIF, or does something that tears it apart but also just reconfigures it. So I think that's also a fun thing to do. There's no end, there doesn't have to be an end point. You can do something and then you can be hey, I made this. Do you want to do something else to it? What are we feeling? I don't think there's any guilt in continuing something. It's just a matter of the final say.